Well, hello, this is Jim, and there's going to be a video that I'm fixing to make, and I've already got a lot of the footage shot, and it's called Straight Fixing My Mess. And what I have here is 3 tool holders. You'll only see me working on maybe one of these, and maybe the most 2. Basically what happened is, these are some of the tools that I've modified from different tool holders for usage on my grizzly lathe. And I know I've showed these videos before. These 3 particular video tools here did not fit the lathe properly. They just I had trouble with the other tool posts, so I thought I'd be smart and make my dovetails a little bigger to let them fit. Come to find out that wasn't such a good idea, and I changed tool posters. So each one of these 3 tools, I basically took them and welded them up in different ways. This one here, I only welded to one side and remilled it. And this one, I welded to one side and remilled it. And this one here, I actually welded both sides to complete tool up. And I also kind of hit the ends. This one was the biggest booger here because of the fact that it basically didn't want to set good in the mill. And a lot of times with these tools, especially these here, and you weld on my stuff, you put some heat in them. So, but these are the finished products, and this is what the video is going to be about. One of the things that I want you to notice on my tools, and then we'll go into the making. All the tools that I make, and do this too, I tend to use 1/4-20 studs, and you'll hear me mention it in one of these, either this video or the next video that I'm going to show you about some other tools, because of one thing. All this does on your Lorish type block is hold it right here. That's all it's for. I made these brass thumb screws in the shop. This is nothing but all thread. Simple 1/4-20 all thread. And it's drilled. Basically, I made these to fit. Now these 3 fit the lathe real well. I'm not going to show you that. Obviously, you'll see them in use. This is a D&MG style holder. A lot of these, this holder here and this holder here came from my old job. They were CNC lathe tools. Truth to be matter, I almost like the 1¼ better. This one I did buy it. It's a cheap Chinese holder, and just so I could set up and use a 432. And basically that's what that is. So the video that you're going to see today is me working on these, and I hope you enjoy. Now what I'm going to do is straighten up my mess. That's basically what it is. This tool is so banged up. Basically what I want to do is cut all the knots off of it and clean it up. I ain't doing this for any reason except cleaning up, just to get this weld sort of trimmed off of it. I got this thing set this right above the vise. There's no, this way it's easier to take the mill and just run in there and function and the form of the tool. We'll probably go back to the other side once I get past it, since this thing's not clean. See, right there is why it don't chuck up good. It's not square. So what I'm going to do is, again, this isn't going to matter to anything, but I'm just trying to get some of this excess weld blend off. So when I clean it up, and that's been the problem with getting this one to fit back after I tried to fix it. Everything is so far out when you fix one thing, you basically open up another can of worms. And this carbide mill, I'm just going to use it here. Again, I'm just breaking over it. All I'm doing is to get the knots off. I don't really care. It's going to be a little out of line. I know it. This whole thing needs to be, if he's going to do this right, or well, all this is going to change is a little bit of a tool angle, which is not going to matter. Okay. Now we'll just move this up, and we're going to rake across the top the same way. And we'll clean the top up. We're just going to set it right down there. And all I'm doing is trying to create a clean surface for the work from. And once I go across it here, I'll go back and I'm gonna retouch all this again, make sure everything's clean. But right now I want to get these knots cut off and somewhat close. Then we're going to try to touch the piece. And then we're going to get everything in the same plane. So we're going to start to cut the dovetail, the back of the part, and everything will be in one plane. Like I was saying in another video, it's not that crucial. It's just what it amounts to is this tool. And I've cut on it several times and welded on it, and it's been cut on, welded on, and all. It just basically isn't square. We can try putting the wire in it but my thing is, if I get this plane what's going to hit the tool post, the dovetail all in one same plane, in one same setup, I'll be good. That's what we're doing now, is just trying to get this. And some of this is distortion from all the heat from re-welding this thing up too. So you kind of got a couple of different things going on right now. So let's go ahead. And I'll bring you back after I get it all screwed up. Okay, folks, I've started milling the whip back. Now, like I say, it's, this is fixing a mess, and it's probably not going to clean up perfect. And this is where you're going to have some fun. Okay. Oh, we got a long ways to go. It'll probably clean up a lot better. Okay, we're about 900. And we need an 1 inch and 400, so we got basically ½ inch. And what I'm going to do is take another 200 thousandths out of each side. That's 400. Yeah, take another 200 out of each side, and I'll bring you along for this one. Or I'm taking 100 thousandths of pass on the edge of the mill. Since I got a good ways to go, more or less like about a ½ inch here, I can take 200 here, 200 there, and I'm going to still be within where I want to be. All right, let's just go go ahead and we want this one to do. I'm just looking at my DRO working off a center. So that kind of gives me an idea of where I need to be on both sides. I really welded this good. Again, I'm going to just do a quick sanity check, make sure my numbers are right. It should be still 50, about at least 50. Oh yeah, I'll be good. Okay. Now, we'll just have to go over the other way. I think I should be about plus 200 here, so I'll roll her over here and see. Should touch, yep, there we go. That's all I want to do, is that just verifies where I'm at. Well, basically that's kind of the route we're going. And then we'll just go another 100. I have a 3/4 inch carbide milling tool, an insert tool I normally use to do this with, but I'll just be honest with you, I didn't want to run my carbide tool, my insert tool, down in all these welds. Now we weld, okay, now I'll back this out and check. See how close I am, and I should be about 100. I should be about 400 off. Just about right. So this dimension, I'm gonna make 2 cuts. I'm gonna go 75. I'm gonna go about 80, and then I'm gonna take about 20 on this side, and then I'm gonna go down the other side, do the same thing, go back and start. A little slack in that bed, it's a pulley. A little backlash in that bed, so. Then we'll do the other side. So. Alright, then I'll go back and test the other side. So now we basically got all that weld cut out of there. Now we just come across. We should be, well, about minus 300, should be close to 400. Alright, let's take a sanity check before we go any more. Again, it'd be nice if this is perfect, but if we're off, now'd be the time to make sure that if you need to adjust it, you can adjust it. You'd prefer to take it off of each side. Alright. Okay, we're going to be close. I'm not going to be perfectly centered, and that's why you got to be careful when you're doing this. And should have took 100 off each side. So now I got about 20 off of this. So just have the tool shifted a little bit. You'd be alright. Alright, so we'll take a spring pass. Got about 20 or 30 thousandths. I've actually shifted everything a hair, and that's not good. Let's see where we at. double pass here. Lightly spring it. All this is, if you're off a little on this, all this really affects, you really want to be, make sure however you do this, you really get to cut and dovetail when the real fun begins. That's good right there. That's right on target. So now we've got the basic square back in. Now we'll have to go back in and take that little bit out the bottom that we didn't take. So I'm going to remeasure that and go back and we'll clean the bottom up. And that's set, let's see, 7 thousandths. Okay, now we're just going to go back right now, sweep the bottom at last little 7 thousandths, kiss it right light. I mean, if you're off a thousandths or so, it doesn't make that much difference. I try to hit it as close, because when you're making it off the block, you don't know what the real tolerance was, so you don't know where they was in their middle of their tolerance or the edge of their tolerance. You have no idea where they were. So dusted off good right there, and we'll cut it off, brush it out, get the depth marks out, check it, make sure we're on depth. Once we're on depth, then we'll go put the dovetail cutter back in. We'll start with that process. Dead on it. That sucker's just exactly like the other one. Okay, we'll change cutters and we'll start the dovetail. Okay, I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to show you how I set my dovetails up. Now, you want somewhere around 5 to 10 thousandths off your bottom. And it don't really matter, and I'm just going to, well it does, but you want it, these are somewhere around 5 thousandths if you really get down and mic them. So what I try to do, I don't have one of them fancy cutters. I just got the old style, and this worked well for me. And this particular cutter just barely fits in there when you do this. And piece of paper's about 3 thousandths. And to give me the step I want, the little step I want, I take about 5 more. So that gives me about approximately 8 thousandths to start with. Now, next thing I'll make sure my cutter's turning, not hitting anything in here. I'll back it out and take the depth thing out and lay it up here. I keep rags on my table. Part of the reason is some sort of a little bit of a temperature thing. I'll slow the dovetail cutter down to about 490 or so, and we're going to bring her in, make sure she doesn't hit nothing. Okay, and we're going to move her in till we hear her. We get a little contact on her. You'll hear it right there. And then we'll set 0. That'll be the 0 we'll work off of. And the reason I'll do it that way is, see, I'll set that 0 and touch it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the other side when I touch. So let me wipe out all. So now I want to go in about, I'm going to go in about 70,000, 75 or so. And then I'm going to make this side cut, then we'll touch the other side and make the same cut. I'm going to make some tool blocks here in the future. I got the steel for it. And I'm going to be able to do them with power feed all the way across. And that's going to be nice. Okay. So now I've got 75 right there. Now, oops. Went the wrong way. Let me go back and clean it up. I got room, and that's one reason you won't make a mistake, make it now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just reach over here and touch. I'm not going to change my zero. Because I have done that in the past, but okay, right there. So what I'm going to do is just make me a reference number right here. What that's telling me is I'm starting at minus 55 thousandths. Alright, so I want to go okay, 55, 65 is 10, 75 is 20, 85 is 30, 95 is 40, 105 is 50, 115 is 60, 125 is 70. I'm gonna go about 80 because that's what I went on the other side. So, and so this is the way you do it. Just come in, touch it. Okay, we got our little steps. Everything looks good. Now, what I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll even get down into the V-ways with this, but I'm not really getting into the V's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back and take another 30 or 40 thousandths so I can mic it. I'll bring you back. See how close we are now. Basically, the reason for sneaking, you know how about it, sneaking up on stuff. You just don't know how things are actually going to react. I'm going to tell you, the CNC jockeys will tell you stuff. And trust me, I was a CNC jockey for a lot of years in lathes. I run CNC lathes probably 38 years, so I'm going to tell you. You learn real dang quick that you learn to sneak up on stuff. That's what I thought. Just double check with both. Okay, so yeah, I'm about 72. So that's the reason I done that. Now, I could be a hair bit over that 108, but not much. So what we're going to do is we're I'm going to tell you something too. A little secret. The reason I like stirrup calipers, right here it is. You see where the teeth is on a stirrup? They're up top. And I got a pair of Sears here, old Craftsman. I don't know who made them for Sears, but everybody else's is usually on the bottom. You get any dirt, that dirt's going to trot. Mitch Todd is made that way. I remember seeing that years ago. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take these little passes right quick. I'm going to take a couple. I'm off about 4, so I'm going to try to take 2 off of each side. And then we'll bring you back and measure. One thing I'm going to explain to you while I'm finished putting this together. It's not to waste video time, obviously, but I've had one of my subscribers said he had made one of these, try to do what this is. Now this is obviously repair, fixing the mess, as I call it. But I will tell you, if you want to do what I've done and eliminate your tool blocks and some of your tools, similar to what I've done here, I'll give you some tips. Obviously, you know, you have to have the mill and all that, but when you make your slot, if you've got blocks, just take you one, do like I did, and just exactly copy it. The other thing, what I've done with all of mine is you don't, you know, depending on whatever width, if you'll notice, there's not a lot of area here. Secondly, tool holders are very, very hard steel. They're not hardened steel, but they're hard. What I found in how I do mine, if you'll notice, this is a piece of 1/4 all thread that I actually use for this, and so this is plenty strong enough, because all you're doing is holding it with this. That's all it does. So that's all we do. All this does is just hold this in center. It has no radial load. All your load is in your quick change block. So all this is for it to rest on and set your center. Now you don't have to get fancy like I did and use brass thumb screws. I just like the looks of it. And you can use aluminum. You can make them out of steel. Doesn't matter. But here's the thing. If you use 1/4 or 1/4 inch, if you really want to be anal, go 1/4 rod. But let me tell you, when you drill your holes in this, I broke taps in these. When you drill, one of these tools actually did that I've been fixing has a broken tap in it. What you need to do is drill for about 50% of the thread and plan on using Loctite to mount your stud in, leave it in. It works so much better. This particular one, I use a lot of 648 green because Baron mount Loctite, because most of the stuff I do not want to have to go back and deal with it. And you just like when I tuck these out, you can heat them up and it comes right out. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lathe, set the center, put it back in its place, ready to be used.